The general overhauling of the Nigerian system of government will know everything about the constitutions of the country. Any country that has an immunity against disciplinary reactions to whatever their action is, those countries are heading for a doom. And those countries are always a country that is linked to a monarch leadership. What I mean by monarch leadership are any country that it is someone assuming himself to be the supreme head, and whatever he says is like the voice of God over the people. That is, nobody can question whatever he says, nobody can tamper with whatever he says, nobody can do this, nobody can do that. That means that is actually under the monarch system of leadership, monarch government, okay, monarch government. So now, any country that you see that operate on monarch government and the people there are not directly in the monarch system or they're traditionally engaged, those people usually exhibit the highest level of corruption in this life. That was what the major problem of Mexico was before. That was the major problem of Mexico. That was the major problem of the country called Venezuela. That was the major problem of the country. Today, if I begin to call the African country, you'll be surprised, including Libya. If you know what Libya stands for, you will understand the statement, including the Zimbabwe, including the Mali. It is actually a papatic style of leadership, the traditional or monarch kind of leadership called the monarch government. I am the king. I give the order. Everything I say, nobody can question it. Do you know that the kingdom of the Great Britain, that gave that to some country, they themselves has already changed from that kind of government now into a democratic system of government? Are you aware? Are you see the way I'm talking to you like that? Are you aware? Do you know that the British that gave that order? You know, Queen Elizabeth was the president of Nigeria for 3 good years. Are you aware? 1960. That was when she did all of that, hand over that constitution, give the order, this and that, on that, and that, gave it to the country. When the Tafa Balewa took over, yeah, you know, it took over in 1963. Are you aware? Yeah. So Queen Elizabeth of England was the president of Nigeria for 3 good years. That was when he delivered that to the country, creating immunity among the slave traders, the colonial masters that were sent on an errand as governors to come and lead the country, Nigeria, because Nigeria is under the colonization of the Great Britain. That is when the immunity and the like was introduced in the system. That was where the military got the idea of dictatorship. Go and check. There are so many countries on earth today that still continue like that. And see, that is why one man can remain a president of some country for 30 years. Are you aware? There's one country in part of the Asia like this that run on this kind of government. You see what is happening in Russia, don't you? You see what is happening in China, don't you? You see what is happening? It become a dictator. Pathetic kind of monarch kind of leadership. That is where the problem is. We want to overhaul every constitution. We want to rewrite. We will go to the best brains, all the undiluted professors. Well, Nigeria has a lot of professors of laws. We have a lot of well-to-do people that make order of constitution for them in the West. We have people that do a lot of brain work, scholarly work, the work of scholars from all over the world. We have them from Nigeria originally. We even have them in China. I met some of them in Beijing. Well-to-do, well-read people that their wisdom is not corrupted. They are not in the system in Nigeria. You mention Nigeria, they are scared. Hey, are you in government? Oh, hey. In the presence of God, I stand. I lie not. In the presence of God, I lie not. I met one in London here, somewhere around Thamesmead thereabout here. And then after I was talking, he was there. So when I mentioned we are entering government in Nigeria, he just readjusted. They are a big man in England, big, well-to-do man. He just readjusted and said, oh, these are the politicians in Nigeria. That's why, okay. And the countenance changed because they see the politicians in the country as demons, evil, Satan, satanic incarnations. We will call these people with mental indolence, war against mental indolence for every Nigerian. All of the Chinese man is everywhere you go, is a Chinese. Whether it's in Germany, it's in Canada, it's in Japan, it's in America, it's in England, they are Chinese people. I have a lot of them as friends. I speak Chinese, even though it's little. As I'm speaking to you, anywhere they find themselves, they are Chinese. That is their pride and their joy. So we want to bring that back into the senses of Nigerians. So no matter how they do well in the Western society, they are still called the informed subjugate. That is a well-to-do slave, a very smart and well-read, well-intelligent, a graduate slave, a slave that has gone to school. That is what the red-haired people see the black to be. No matter how well they are doing, they are still a slave. Regardless, anywhere, we need to make them to understand this and give them the task to rewrite the history. We want to rewrite the history for the country. We want to take away the immunity. If a serving president, someone that is on power, has gone astray, if he has gone salmon, if he has lost the track, if he has become corrupted, system, deal with the full wrath of the Lord. That is where the judgments will start from. The judgment will not start. Change does not begin with the poor masses in Nigeria. Change begins with the number one leader of the country. And if we need somebody that will mean it, it will not be like he's coming to show it. No, he will mean it from the bottom of the, he will swear an oath of life and death to it. Come and renew the dilapidated wall of the country called Nigeria. That's what we are coming to. That is what we are coming to. Let this word sink in your head. When you get to this stage, right, you say it's sink, you put the apostrophe and then say TS, it's. Now like sinking. Hold it very well and put your name. It's sinking. Let this word sink in your head. The people that are coming to lead the country, take away all manner of immunity against them. We do the commensurate labor wages. Commensurate labor wages. Everybody is paid commensurate labor wages from top to bottom. We take away the excessive expenditure or government expenditure financing. Excessive government expenditure. We take excessive expenditure in government. We take them away. This is the general overhauling of the system of the Nigerian system of government, and this is what we have come to do. We want to make the law to be the supreme upon anybody. Be you Alpha, be you Imam, be you Prophet, be you Pastor, be you Babalaus, be you traditional rulers. Someone must rise up and do the work, or else all of us dies in the stage of hopelessness. We all sink in the boat of impossibility. We all sink there. We all become a thing of the body. We all enter into obscurity. Someone must do the job. Someone must do this job. Someone must come and do this job, or else we all sink in obscurity. It becomes impossible for us. And our children, we have nowhere to call it home. And if they will have it, just like the way the Angolan people are ashamed of calling Angola their country. The Central African Republic people are ashamed of calling Central African Republic their home country today. That is how people will be ashamed to call Nigeria their country if a savior does not quickly rise up. Now, someone must rise up and do the work. Someone must rise up and do the work. Every generation have a specific assignment to carry out. You have a specific task to do. If you fail to do it, you failed your maker. If you fail to do it, you do not fulfill destiny. If you fail to do it, God will ask you. And don't let me forget, we have what you say. Today I even say I don't want to talk too much. Let me quickly say it to you. If you now get to this stage and then you quit now, if you quit now, you know what the word says, woe unto such person. If you now get to this stage now and begin to sow seed of discord, you now see things that is pertaining to your national leader, and you will not come out and start fighting them. Woe unto such person for not defending the truth when you are for not speaking up and giving consent. Whenever you don't speak up against the tyranny, you are giving consent to the oppression. Have you forgotten before? We can't shut it down any longer. We already have hundreds of thousands of people that are already aware of Nigerian liberty movement. A lot of people are already expecting your state to fail. You can't shut them now. A lot of people are already expecting your state to fail, not to make it. You can't shut them now. You cannot shut down. In the word you hear from here, it carries the potency of making it to become a reality. Everything you hear from me, so long you believe it, it carries the power to establish itself. And I can see many of you subjecting 2 million people, 1.5 million people in a minimum to Nigerian liberty movement in your state. One, get to work and see this thing becoming a reality. See it manifesting practically. He that is greater than Solomon is here. It's among all of us here. Could be you. Just need to wake up into the reality of never expecting any other person to be your savior. Can I give you the most dangerous statement that I come with in my life, in my days of sojourn? The most dangerous. Let me say it to you, because the joy of every leader is saying that everyone that follow him, they are leaders. The joy of every leader is to see that everyone that follow them are already leader in a more dangerous capacity than them. That's what I want to see you do. Doing so much more than ensure that your state is subjected to NLM. Use all you are made of to get that done. Now let me give you this, in case your wisdom can carry it. When you refer the wisdom of someone else too much, you tend to diminish your own. When you give too much allegiance of superiority to someone else, you tend to reduce in your own self-esteem and capacity. When you hope that someone has superiority over anything more than you tend to become foolish at the detriment of the betterment of that thing towards such person. Wake up. Nobody should know how to do it better than subdue your state for Nigerian liberty movement. You don't need to hear anything from me again. Power on in this capacity. Power on like never before. Power on like your life depends on it. It depends on it, or else you want to just come to this life and just go like that. It depends on it. You know what gives me joy here? Because there is capacity. We are not saying it with a dry mouth. I'm getting there. I'll be talking about what we plan to give to the people, right? How we plan to get to the people. I will soon get there now. Yeah? It's a whole lot, my people. We have the capacity. The people that are parading themselves like this, in their days, they don't have it like us. Quote me anyway. They don't have it like us. You have the people, right? People that have the money, that will use the money to support you, to propagate the message. They are here. They are here. Just wait for it. Get your proof now. Let's have something we can present and take over. Yeah? Thank you so much. Now, the last thing we're going to do is repossessions, harnessing, and processing all the nationally endowed resources in Nigeria. This is how we want to now make Nigeria to become a newly industrialized and a developed country. This is what we want to do to make Nigeria to become that country that we now have that reserve, that will now start to control the BlackRock venture. The BlackRock ventures is like World Bank and IMF, yeah? The Robin Hood venture. We will do what it takes to put them under their knees. We are not scared of borrowing. America is owing the highest debt in history. That is how they are able to foot their bills. We are not stupid any longer. We will collect the money. Let me say it the way it is. We will collect the money. Yes. Every part of Europe owing billions of dollars a day. That is how they are able to sustain and give a good life to their people. We will collect the money and give a good life to our people too. We have the resources in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia, in Oman, in Qatar, that they have resources like us. If you see, their people do not work. If they work, they work. God, but why? But why? If you see life, or people that just have oil, and we have every other thing aside oil. If you see life, we will make it possible for our people. We will increase the standard of living for our people. We will increase the GDP, the purchasing power parity of the people. You will live well. You will be happy. You will make history. Your generation will be proud of. We're going to repossess 100% repossessions, harnessing and processing all nationally endowed resources in Nigeria in order for us to use that to build wealth unimaginable the country. God bless you for listening to me very carefully with rapt attention. I know that we are heading somewhere. You are not here by accident. You are here because the spirit of just men has identified you. Let's do this work together. Thank you.